Hey everyone, Icylobster, and I am back. So it's been a while, and let me start out by introducing the people, the players, and then I'll go on to some of my announcements. So first off, we have a guy who I cannot say because I am illiterate in that language, probably Korean. And then we have NvEzrc, so NvEzrc. So I can't say either of the players' names because I just am not good enough to do that. So now that I've already disappointed you, it's time to talk about my little announcements or whatnot. So I'm actually still not done with finals. It was supposed to end this week, but I had a problem with. Actually, I'm gonna give me a second. I think I learned how to do this, and I did. All right, so you can just follow this guy around for right now. So I was supposed to finish a final. I wasn't able to take it because there was miscommunication. So I actually have to still take it. But it's only one final, so I should actually be getting back into the thing. What is it? The zone. I should be getting in the zone. I should be going in casting mode soon. So this would be like the initial engagement of my casting mode. So yeah, I expect to get a lot more games out, cast a lot more. And I don't know if I'm going to release a ton more content. The problem with that is because my upload speed is really bad. So we'll see how much I can actually push out. I may try and do more interesting or more involved projects to spend my time on. We'll see. So yeah, give me criticism, feedback. It will all help. I know my mic is still bad. I plan on replacing it soon. We'll see when that happens. I think by the end of the month it may be replaced, hopefully. And he's actually just blocking the expansion. So that was my little finals rant, and got a little pylon there. So I don't know if I have anything else to talk about. I'll finish the Diablo 3 video. Cancelled that, just being annoying and pesky. And I don't know when I'll have that up. It could even be up before this video. I don't even know. I'm so unorganized. Organized. So look at this guy. He's being. Dude, I would just like Falcon Punch that. Yeah, the pro. So he got it down. Pro's actually almost dead. He's probably gonna do that. No. Nope, he's gonna miss him. So that guy got lucky. He got really low. Oh, there's something I want to show you. I just learned how to do this, so I'm excited. We'll see if I ever get to use it. I'll probably forget how to do it because, yeah. So I haven't actually talked about these builds at all. I haven't even looked at the builds. He's getting sentries out. I could see like a 3-gate sentry expand or, into 4-gate or something like that, or into Robo. I don't actually know. Zerg is doing full macro mode. He's getting his 3rd base up already. So the Protoss is actually going to want to expand early. But he probably doesn't know about either of those. Oh, he's probe doing stuff, so that's a pretty good start. Is that... No, that's the wrong guy. He's actually going to ward off little lanes. So he does not know about the 3rd base right now. Our Protoss player. However you say his fancy name. That's like a Roman numeral 2 in there. So he's gonna get rid of all these lanes. Yeah, they're gonna all die. And yeah, he's gonna go for expansion. You can tell because of the fact that he's putting down Nexus. But when you put a pylon down there, it's usually to help make a wall. So if you didn't know that, that's why it's there, and that's how you can tell that it's gonna be an expansion. Then when you see a bunch of sentries, sentries also tell you that's gonna be an expansion. And I'm actually still not on everybody. There we are. Because you generally don't get a bunch of sentries unless you're expanding or like getting composition for a big fight. Like, yeah, sentries are good in fights because you can split stuff up. And we have a Twilight Council. And how much gas is he getting? He has 2 gas. I'm not gonna say what he's gonna be getting because I don't want to jump the gun. I'm a little bit rusty since I haven't done anything StarCraft for a little while, so. If this was like a normal ladder game, which it could be, I could easily see DTs, but it's probably gonna be Blink or something something normal. And this actually has nothing there. He has the Queen transferring over, and this expansion actually looks like it's doing alright. And I actually have the names up this time, if you can tell. I think one person wanted them, If you like them, let me know. If you don't, let me know about that too. So Harvester count is heavily favoring our Zerg. It's just like, well, it was almost double, but we got a bunch out for the bunch of probes out just now. And I think he's on 3. How many gateways does he have? Yeah, he has 3 gates now, and nothing there. So I'm not quite sure what he's gonna do. He's getting pretty gas heavy pretty fast. So I would say I could see a robo coming up soon, but I don't know if he's gonna do anything with this. If he's gonna do anything fancy. So I'm out of the loop. I can't make any good predictions. I'm afraid I'll completely screw it up, and then, you know, that'll be that. But so far it's a pretty calm game. We see roaches going up, so a robo would be good to get immortals out, because they completely annihilate roaches. I don't even know what to tell you. Especially since they're buffed, the range buff. Immortals just, roaches are useless. Alright, so we are seeing DTs, I think. Oh, he's scouting everything. I think he just cancelled it. No? It's up. Yeah, so it's already done. So our DTs, I could see that, because this might be... I don't think you see DTs as much in, like, pro games, because you see DTs, like, mid to late game, but that's about it. And we actually have a... I could see him catching this. You can usually tell because they just come out of nowhere, and you're like, what the hell is my Zealot doing over there? Yeah, he probably already knows. Yep. So if you don't know how to tell for that, first of all, you can't control them, and if you see them running from some weird spot, then it's probably not yours. He's actually going to kill this pylon. So he actually has a lot of map awareness. He's been having his Overseer go all over across the map. Our little Zerg player over here. And we have Blink on the way. We have a bunch of upgrades for the Zerg, +1 melee. We have our Metabolic almost done. We have Infestation. He's probably going to go fast hive and try and get into like Broodlords or something. Just because Broodlords are so good. They're so good. I don't know. You go Broodlords against the Protoss, and they usually can't deal with it well. I mean, Blink is what people generally try and do to get rid of Broodlords, but it just doesn't really cut it, to be honest. He has a lot of DTs right here just getting a tower. The thing about Blink is you have to blink in the enemy's army in order to snipe stuff, so I don't know, it's not always... If a Zerg... he can see all of them, the Overseer. If a Zerg is macroing well, it won't really do anything, the Blink. It could even just help them, so I don't know what to say about that. That's assuming you're backing up your Broodlords with roaches or something like that. And we actually have the Carapace, which is he going to be doing drops? I think that's the one. Man, I do not. No, I'm retarded. That is the one that speeds them up. Yeah, so no drops. I was going to say, I don't even think he has Banelings. Baneling drops are actually good against Protoss. You drop all the Banelings on the army, because they have all these force fields, and it doesn't even matter, because you just drop them right on the army, and it just kills everything. So that's something I actually see a lot against Protoss, and it works out really well. Right now we're seeing an Archon Dark Templar, which is pretty different. Archons are really good, though. I mean, they're good against biological, and Zerg's like, it's bio. It's pretty good. And we actually have our third base. How much gas does he have? I know he's getting another gas up, so he's probably on gonna be on 5 gas. I'm gonna go with that. And he's got his melee 2 going on the way. He's getting his glands for his infestors going up. And I think our Protoss is gonna try and take a third. Little scouting overlord. I really like how he's using his overlord and scouting. He's gonna lose this, but I mean, he's still got just the fact that he's trying to keep a really strong map awareness is really good. Oh wow, he's actually gonna try this again. I don't think it's gonna work at all. Last time it was pretty obvious, but we'll see. Normally, changelings don't work at all in like high-level play because it's just too easy to tell if they're changeling. And all you have to do is try and move it, and if it comes from any direction that's not where your army is, it's kind of like a giveaway. So, yeah, see? So that one was dead. Where did he put... There's one. Did he put anything over here? No, I guess not. Oh, there's one. It's just gonna, like, die, timeout. So both players are macroing a lot. The Zerg is actually almost maxed. And let's check out his upgrades. Does he have any? No, he doesn't. So it's just like Lings with +2 melee. Well, +2 melee is like halfway done. So it's on the way. A lot of roaches though. See, if we had immortals being created, which we don't, he actually has double forge. If we had robos, the roaches would be easy mode, but nope. Archons are good for taking damage though. Yeah, he sees both of them. I like this use of the changeling though. It's just not. It doesn't really. It's not really effective unless you're really sneaky about it. Like if you were doing it over here, at the guy's expansion, it's a little bit more successful. Except there is a cannon here, so I can see invisible and kill it. We have a bunch of warp gates, and our Zerg player is probably going to go in soon. He is maxed out right now. He might be waiting for an upgrade. Yes, his +1's almost done. Once it finishes, he may indeed engage. Because he is maxed out, our Protoss player still has like 50 to go. I expect a big engagement here. I'm not going to use my little... Oh, you'll see. You'll see. You'll see. Oh, yeah. It's actually a pretty big engagement. These force fields are actually really good. He's not going to be able to get anything done. He's going to back out. Yeah. So, that wasn't the best engagement for our Zerg. He's actually getting a decent amount done, which is just brute force. The thing is, these Archons are taking it so well. I just feel like I feel like he's throwing away all his roaches. So, yeah, you can definitely see it's going to be cleaned up now. The thing is he still is on like 4 bays, so he's going to be able to re-macro. Except he has no money in the bank. See, normally when his Zerg's maxed out, you do want to attack, but you also usually have money in the bank. He did make like 30 roaches though, so that might have something to do with it. Just maybe. There we are. Lost. So yeah, the Zerg lost a bit more. It was pretty bad engagement, but I think right now he's just trying to use brutal strength because he's just maxing himself out and going for it. That's kind of what Zerg does, just be the relentless storm sort of style. We are now seeing immortals. So it's a little late. I mean, our Zerg player could easily transition out of roaches now. But hey, it's never bad to have a robo. I mean, if anything, what's going on over here? Some Lings getting destroyed. If anything, you can get Colossus, which will eat up the Lings. And he's going for like a Roach Infestor build, which is interesting. Infestors are really good though. Really good. So, we're going to see another engagement. He's already maxed out again, so maybe soon. He's got a pretty sizable army, because the Protoss army feels like it's as big, and Protoss armies always work more. So, here we go. Good force fields. He's blocking a lot out there. The Zealots are kind of useless, though. But I don't know, he's funneling it all. Yeah, so he's going to have to back out. I don't feel like he has enough. He's trying to go for it. The Mortal is stuck in the back, which is really bad for the Mortal. But it doesn't matter. It's going to be all cleaned up. There's nothing he can do about it. So another pretty bad engagement. The only thing that his saving grace is that he's so good at macroing that he's been able to continually rebuild, and he still has, what, 1,200 minerals? He might be down on larva, though, because he just remade. He has 38 Lings on the way. And he hasn't even upgraded his roaches, have it? See, I don't like that. I feel like he should have at least gotten the armor, because that also affects the Lings. I mean, since he's doing so heavy roach. Now he's getting a bunch of Lings out, which would have been a lot better earlier, but I don't know. I actually might see a little counterattack at the 3rd. Oh, he's gonna get this pylon. It's not a huge victory, and we actually have Protoss going for the gold right now. And is Zerg going for his 5th base? Yes, his 5th. I have math. I can do math. So, whoa, we got, he's probably gonna try and put this with gold. That's what I'm guessing. And he's trying to get that expansion up right now, so. And he actually has pylons over here. That's pretty good. Like that. The Zerg didn't even notice it. So he's got little Lings scatting all over the place. Probably a bunch of cannons. Yes. So just some static defense. He's got. Oh, he had a lot of minerals. He just spent them all though. 4 cannons. That is a little bit costly. And how are his upgrades? Let's check out. 202. So he hasn't done any shields. He probably should do like 1 shield. Shields are cheaper now, and they're not that bad. Against Zerg, they're probably better than most races because they have nothing to get rid of the shields. They don't have an EMP or anything like that. So I don't know. I've heard that the shield upgrades are a little bit better against Zerg because of that. So we actually have Banelings now. So Banelings are actually really good against this ball. Like I said, you can drop them on him. And here we go. We got an engagement. This looks a bit better for the Zerg because he has this whole little group in the left. And now he probably should be backing out. He's been completely force field. Lots of force fields. This is why sentries are so good if you can use them. A lot of people can't use them though. They just can't get the force fields on. Seems that Protoss are actually losing a lot, but I don't know. Yeah, he's gonna back out. He's got a lot of immortals though. Let's check the kills. Can't actually check kills when I'm in that mode. 7, 4. Where are you? I think he was the new guy. Yeah, he has none. New guy. So Zerg player is still bit up in supply. I think he has a lot in the harvest. No, they're about the same in the harvester count. I did not know that. However, Protoss is the gold. So let's. Oops, I was actually already at the income. So yeah, the Protoss is better income. The Protoss is probably going to start getting in pretty good shape. Generally, the Zerg needs to be on a higher income so they can just do that relentless swarm sort of style. The macro mode. Macro mode. Engage. And we are seeing level 3 armor. Yeah, Warp Prison. Warp Prisons are pretty popular now. They're a bit beefier than they used to be. So we'll see if he gets any like crazy play with like DTs in the back of the guy's base. I actually have like all the overlords just chilling out here, which I find a little bit interesting. He just morphed one into Overseer. See some rallying. Man, this guy's just cleaning up blings. He's probably gonna die now though. Excuse me. I was like trying to suffocate myself or something. So right now I might get a little bit of a favor to the Protoss. He has a decent amount of energy on his shields and he's got a pretty big army. So we're seeing another engagement here. There was a good concave, except once again these force fields are doing a pretty good job. I'd say this time it's not as good as normal and we have a bunch of Banelings and they're just blowing up everything. Oh my gosh. So it looks like this time our Protoss player just can't hold off. Just didn't have enough. So this is not good for him at all. He does have 2,000 resources. Let's see his production. He could probably warp in a bunch unless he already used his warp in round. Maybe he already did. Can always check a gateway. No, yeah, he could probably warp in a bunch of zealots or something. So it looks like he should be all right. Supplies are still reasonably close now. So the Zerg's definitely ahead as far as that goes. Alright, so we're finally seeing shields level 1 go up for the Protoss player. Because he has everything else, so he can finally get his shields. That's how it always is. And 1-1, so he did get the 1-1 for the Roach, and his Lings are 1-3. I doubt he has the Adrenal Glands, which no Zerg ever seems to get, even though they're good. They're like pretty good. And since Lings are so cheap and you usually get tons of Lings, I think it's worth it. But once again, you don't get it, so I missed something completely awful here. I'm so bad at this. It was probably the Warp Prism. If the Warp Prism's dead, then I'm gonna say it's that. At the end of the game I can check. I'm just out of it. I haven't cast it for a while. I'm probably, yeah. So I apologize. I don't know. I have all winter break to get better. So if this just isn't doing it for you, I will try hard. I will train my little Gosu casting throat. It's actually not even close to Gosu. So I will make it Gosu. Engagement, gotta get some force fields. And no, a little bit late, all the Banelings got in. Most of them, yeah, so we got a lot of splash damage on all these units. Good force fields here, but they were a little late. That's my only complaint about those force fields right there. A lot of immortals, so definitely the immortal play is coming in now. I don't know if he should chase this down. He has like no shields on anything. Yeah, use a force field. No! So that guy just died. Yeah. So, I don't know. The immortals are doing a lot of damage though. That's the only reason why the Zerg has to back out. Because these immortals are so beastly against roaches. Roaches they can't deal with immortals. Did I miss something again? Okay, so there's this, and he's actually taking out the Spire. There goes the Spire. He's actually getting a lot done with this. Does he not have Hive Tech anymore? Let's check this out. Does he not even have lair? That's a really big blow. No. That's a really big blow, and he has no spire either. So he's just stuck on, like, caveman tech. Wow. That's a really, 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 really good move by our Protoss player. I gotta say that. Oh my gosh, he's just locked out of all of his tech trees right now. He can do, like, mass ling or something, because I think his pool's still up. Yeah, his pool's still up. So he can do infestor ling, but I mean... Infestor ling roach. But all of his other tech is locked out, and he's now going to the gold, so, you know, about time. Protoss sees exactly what he's doing. He has a pretty big army. He's almost maxed out again, except our Protoss is also pretty close. He's starting to get his death wall. I think he could mix in like a Colossus, because there's no air again to snipe the Colossus. And here we go. Do we have any force fields? And no! Everything's getting completely annihilated. Oh, the Immortals are going down too. We're trying to get a warp in right there. They can take some of the damage. And no, we have some Immortals in the back. I think he's going to hold this off just fine now. And a few DTs mixed in the army is incredibly good. You don't see this often enough ever. Because it's not that hard to snipe an observer. And DTs just, look, they got a free kill. And they do so much damage. Dark Templars do so much damage. So where is it? 60 damage. So that's a lot. So, in comparison, I will show you a link. 8 damage. So there you go. So yeah, they're expensive and they're really good, and if you mix them in the army, they're like never focused because, I mean, it's a giant army. You're not gonna just, oh, we got a run by over here. And that did not go so well. We're actually gonna get Banelings. He's gonna bust this down. Yeah, he's just gonna rally it to the pylon, and we're actually seeing an engagement over here. I wanna watch them both, but I don't know if I can. We're gonna see if I can pull it off. And he's going for the gold. Little engagement over here. Ooh, a big engagement. Actually, we have Banelings. Here we go. So this is actually going to get very little of him. He actually did kill it all. So that actually worked out, and I missed most of this fight, except, I don't know. I think it was worth it. I thought it was kind of fun to watch the little Banelings. And not much control on these two guys here. It's probably because of this. This is probably what's distracting him. Which I finally got this. It's like the third time, and I realized what's going on. So he's actually trying to get in all this. He's got a lot to deal with it, though. Yeah, this is going to be cleaned up very easily. And we're actually having another run by over here. It's walled in, though, so they're not going to do too much. We're going to kill both of these probes. Warping over here, he's going to handle it easily. Warping over here. Let's check the incomes. Incomes are actually pretty even all around the board. Protoss has more harvesters, which will probably hurt him more because there's less to mine late game. Yeah. So that's never good. The thing that's nice about it being a Zerg player is that you can just make spine crawlers if you have too many drones, and you can use those for static defenses, or even you can just like move them up and make a line and slowly, what do I want to say, sort of siege the enemy. You don't see that as often, but it does happen every now and then, except the creep's like completely cleaned up. So much for that. And he's actually just left this here. I don't know if our Zerg really has any anti-air apart from Queens. It's kind of silly. He can't even really deal with the War Prism. So probably engagement soon. The Zerg's already got a fairly large army. So, oh and yeah, here we go. A little premature force fields. My God, he's got a lot of Immortals. He needs to get more Lings and Banelings, I think. Our Zerg player. A lot of Immortals. And he used up a lot of energy, so I don't think those forces were good. They were way too premature. So, and here we go again. We got some good force fields this time, and they actually are going to work. All these sentries are going down super easily. Tons of infested Terrans. You don't see this often. Infested Terrans are actually pretty good, except they're way too slow. So, Protoss doing complete defensive. I don't know if he can hold this. There's a lot here. He's got 4 Immortals. They're shooting in the back. Got a decent amount of kills on them. 8 on one of them, but he's losing all of his robos, and I don't know, these cannons are getting some free shots, but I'm not so sure he can hold it. Unless he has some giant warp in somewhere, which I don't currently see. Oh, he's got a bunch of High Templar over here. They're not doing anything right now. So he's going to lose this. He might even lose his robotics, Bay Tech, and everything. And our Zerg is actually getting following this up with 10 roaches and burrow. So I'm gonna say he's in a pretty good lead right now. Some good micro with the immortals right there. Yeah, so this is like all he has right here. It's not much at all. He does have 2 archons. Archons are pretty good. So I don't know. How many immortals? He still has 3 immortals, so that's still good against the roaches. And some of these guys have been alive for, yeah, some of them have been alive for a long time. 13 kills. So right now, they're just, I don't know, they're just mining the rest they can. He's got 1 base mining fairly. He actually has 2 really well mining bases. Yeah, and then we have all the probes that do absolutely nothing. And this is a problem with making too many probes. You just can't do anything. You can get rid of them for supply, but he's not even supply blocked, so he has no reason to get rid of them. He could use them to buffer and make them take shots so his army doesn't take damage. That can also help with engagements, because probes don't really do any damage, but they can take the shots. We actually have this little archon that is a little bit too curious. So there's still nothing to deal with the sword prism. This is so funny. He can just scout with it. I don't know if I've ever really seen that, just scouting with the war prism. So a different game. I think birds would have been a good choice, but he's decided to stick with just roaches. And we have a lot of force fields, some very good force fields. Throwing up in some infested terrain, but these cans are able to shoot everything over here, so I don't think that was the best engagement by our Zerg player. Yeah, Protoss handled that fantastically. I'm pretty impressed, actually. So yeah, he's completely taking, he blinks up too, so he's completely wiping out the Zerg player's army. This seems like almost like a comeback. I felt like the Zerg player was in very, very good shape. And does he not have? Yeah, he's got his observer. Apparently he's missing this one. So right now, I don't know. I don't think our Zerg's mining as much. No, our Zerg's actually mining more. They're pretty close. Oh my god, he just rallied a crap load of lings. Just everywhere. So he's going to Ling Baneling and getting +3 missile attack for the roaches, except he has like no roaches right now, if I recall. How do I do it? Ooh, no. So I forgot how to use the cube bindings, so that's okay. A little fight going over here. The queen's not able to kill the sword prism. It's so funny how he's like no anti-air. See, the thing I would have to hit the Zerg about is he never really transitioned his tech into top tier. We haven't seen broods, we haven't seen ultralisks. So, and the Zerg's actually in a very poor spot right here. That was kind of a waste of force fields, but yeah, I probably would have let them final up here and just force field a few out. Then you could just slowly kill everything. So our Protoss player is actually, it feels like a comeback to me. He's got a lot. He doesn't have any force fields left. Felt a little wasteful, but he's still got some free kills off of that. So, I mean, as long as you're getting kills, it's slowly paying for itself. So definitely good. Huge warping right here. And I feel like our Zerg player is in complete defensive position right now. He's losing a lot over here. And we're just getting our Protoss player, and oh, fantastic force fields. He used 4 force fields and completely locked out the Zerg. So I feel like this guy's name, who I can't say, is just doing fantastic right now. Did he just break the statue? I don't know what I think about that. Got a Baneling here. It's not gonna actually be able to do anything though. One Baneling can't do like anything. So 27 Banelings. That is a lot of Banelings. So he's going in desperation mode. And I don't think he can do drops. If you could, yeah. So he just blinked out of that to avoid most of the damage. So a lot of these suckers are still up. They're still going down. And yes, he has left the game. So our Protoss player did win. And I've got to say, our Zerg player macroed really well, but he just didn't bring his tech up. Baneling drops would have been fantastic because they just countered the shields, as I've already mentioned. Broodlords are also fantastic because once again they can just, you know, they're ranged siege tanks, flying. Basically, Broodlords are siege tanks with wings that can shoot little children at people. So I don't see how you could go wrong with that. So I don't know. I feel like our Zerg player had really strong macro core to him, but he just couldn't follow it up properly, and our Protoss player played pretty well. I don't know if I don't know if I ever saw him get a Colossus. I saw him get a Robo Bay. But yeah. So anyways, hope you enjoyed that. I'm a little bit rusty, or more than a little rusty. So I hope to get better and get back in the habit. And I will see you all next time. Lobster out. Oh yeah.